Hi and welcome to another Electro review. This time we're looking at the fishing rod pen set from wikiproducts.com. Now this is a miniature travel fishing rod in a presentation travel case which contains all you need to get fishing no matter where you are in the world. You can buy this and many like it on Amazon or other similar sites, and they are much cheaper and easier to transport than a telescopic fishing set. Now this comes with a 3-foot extendable rod with miniaturized full function casting reel. Has a switchable ratchet for left and right handles, comes with a cap to look like a pen, it's easy to store and comes in its presentation case. It includes a rod, a reel with line, a practice casting weight, 3 hooks, 3 weights and a bobber, and the reel is made from real aluminium. Now this is imported by tradesales.com in the UK, it is made by wikigadgets.com, and as I say, it is available on Amazon. The set comes in an imitation leather presentation case with a cardboard sleeve. Removing this sleeve and unzipping the case reveals the contents. The case is unzipped around 3 of the sides, which enables the case to open out much like a folder or ring binder. Inside, the first thing we see is a short introductory note. This states that the pen-shaped fishing rod extends to 3 feet and includes a functioning reel, lead weight, line and hooks, which means we have all we need to get fishing. The note continues by saying that the rod and case are stylishly designed, portable and simple to set up, which is great for both novice and experienced anglers. There are then a few lines on how to set the rod up, which we'll move on to now. Next we remove the rod, which is styled like a pen, including the lid with a working clip. It's made of metal and a carbon type material for the rod itself, which means it's flexible enough for fishing. The rod with the lid attached is a little over 20 centimeters long and just over 1.5 centimeters wide. Removing the lid and extending the rod to its full 3-foot length shows you how portable this set is. The rod extended reveals 4 eyelets, which the line needs to be passed through, and a screw compression mount at the base for the reel. Now the reel. This comes loaded with a spool and some line. The reel itself is made from aluminium and is fully functioning much like a full-sized rear drag fishing reel. This means that the reel can either be locked to wind one way or released to reel forwards and backwards. The top of the spool can be unwound to enable a fish to run on a drag system. The handle is detached for transport and can be attached to the left or right hand side of the reel depending on your preference. This is easily done by removing it from the case, removing the small screw cap, placing it through the handle shaft and securing it in place with the screw cap. A small plastic white and red bobber is clipped to a circular ring in the case, and this can be used when fishing on the bottom and acts like an indicator on your line. It's attached to the line by pushing the spring-loaded button to reveal the clip, which you then clip to the line. We then have a green and blue metallic spinner for use when spinning or spoon fishing. Lastly, we have a plastic equipment box which includes 2 rubber imitation baits, 3 hooks, 2 floats and a selection of float weights. At the top we also have a set of collapsible scissors for cutting and trimming excess line from your setup. They're easily folded and unfolded like this. To connect the handle to the reel, you simply remove the screw cap from one end of the handle shaft and pass it through the hole in the reel. Once through, you connect the screw cap to the opposite end and tighten it until it's secure. The reel can then be wound. The reel has a smooth ball-bearing lead wind about it and boasts a wind ratio of 5.1 to 1. This means one turn of the handle rotates the spool 5.1 times. At the base of the reel is a selector switch, which means the handle can turn both clockwise and anti-clockwise or just one way. This is needed if you want to lock out the spool. On top of the reel is a screw that tightens or loosens the spool ratchet. This is used to allow a fish to run with line or act as resistance against a running fish. The spool is able to hold 130 metres of 0.17mm line, 110 metres of 0.20mm line, or 90 metres of 0.23mm line. It also has a line clip for when the reel is in storage. The reel is connected to the rod by loosening the compression mount screw at the top and sliding the reel seat into position. Once in position, the screw mount is tightened to securely hold the reel in place. A great feature of this set is that the base also unscrews, which means cleaning the rod after use is easy. To set the rod up, from here you simply feed the line through the eyelets until you get to the top, and you can construct your rig, be that float or bottom fishing. The rod has a nice flex to it, and when held in the hand is nice and light. I think it looks great too. I've used mine on a recent trip abroad and caught a nice mullet on the first cast, just freelining bread into a small patch of river. The rod and reel handled itself well and left me impressed. The accessories that come with the set are not ideal. The floats are poor quality, and the heat from the midday sun abroad somehow melted the thin plastic on the float. These are easily replaced though with quality products. So this was the fishing rod pen set from wikiproducts.com. It's available to buy on Amazon or direct from the supplier and ranges from £10 to £20 in the UK. Thanks for watching and happy fishing.